Greetings. Hello out there. Welcome to the Empowerment Podcast. You are chilling with Nompilo Zoe, and this is the Empowerment Podcast where we leave you inspired, equipped, and empowered. I just want to say compliments of the new year. It's been a while since we've had a chat, and today it's so fulfilling to know that once again, as we start the year, as we kick off the year, we can come over to you and inspire, equip, and empower you. Well, welcome to today's episode of the Pioneers of Greatness, where we bring you leaders who will awaken the pioneer in you. Yes, you. To keep you up to date with what's coming up, please be sure to follow us on our social media platforms. You know, we are available on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and on YouTube. We are Empowerment Podcast. Well, I hope you'll enjoy today's episode. Let's get straight into it. I have with me today a very, very lovely lady. I am so excited about today's show. Be tuned and just be ready to be empowered, and very educational and informative session. She is an educator, and to kickstart the year, as we've just we've opened schools, we wanted to come and bring some hope and some motivation to our educators and our learners, because we value them so much. We value the educators and what they do for us. So every person has gone through an educator to become a pioneer, as we are here to channel pioneers of greatness. So we thought, hey, let's give an educator an opportunity to just come and speak life and bring back that hope to start the year on a high, so that we may even finish it on a high. Well, without further ado, Gugu Mabaso, welcome to the Empowerment Podcast.
Thank you so much for welcoming me in this program. I'm looking forward to be part and parcel of it.
Amazing, lovely. Well, in a nutshell, who is Ugugu? Could you just briefly enlighten us a bit about your background and your bringing? Just take us back to that little girl, that little child, that sweet, adorable girl. Who is Ugugu, and who do you envision when you think of Ugugu back then and Ugugu now?
Thank you so much, Zoe. Okay, as you've introduced me, I'm Gugu Mabaso. I grew up in a township called Kwandengezi. I live with both my parents, my mom, Manayana, my dad, and also my 3 siblings. I attended my primary school at Bongo Primary School. It's also a primary located in Kwandengezi, and I finished my high school education at Umlazi Comtech Le Ko NUZ. So I pursued my studies. And I did Bachelor of Education and Foundation phase at Embury. Now it's called Stadio. Right. Then in 2029, I did my postgrad diploma in Information Studies at the University of KwaZulu-Natal in PMB campus.
Okay.
So I'm an educator by profession. I teach grade R's at Dawidi Primary School. I'm also an author of a book called Uzuzu Uvakashela Umtapo Wolwazi Esikoleni, which is it's in 2 versions. It also have an English version, which is called Zuzu Visits the School Library, and also I'm a founder of an NPO called Teacher to Teacher Empowerment. And in 2022, I won for the school for schools in KZN in Geleza Nekakasi FM on behalf of the primary school. So basically, that's me.
Wow, listen, Gugu, you are oozing of greatness. You are the relevant guest for the show. And you know what? I am so sure that other listeners, and our listeners will surely be inspired, and we will awaken that pioneer within them. You've achieved so much, and it's lovely to hear about it. I just want us to hear now, to you, what does it mean for you and to you to be an educator? When back in the day, most people would, our grandparents, our parents, they would finish school and it would be just so obvious that they're going to be an educator. It was one of those things. You either a teacher or a nurse, or a police. So for you, was it also a dream of yours to be an educator? And what motivates you? Like, can you just take us through a day for you? What motivates you to wake up and show up for your students each day?
Thank you. I won't lie. At first, being an educator was not what I wanted. Right. However, my parents wanted me to be an educator. But now I can surely tell you that I'm so passionate, as if it was initially something that I wanted. I think it is because I was not in the space in experiencing what exactly is being an educator. So now the way I love education and the passion that I have, it's for me, being an educator is about igniting curiosity and also empowering these young learners to become lifelong learners. Wow. And also, Zoe, I really believe that education is a tool for liberation. And I always make sure that I strive to create classrooms where every voice is heard and every mind is valued in my class. So my role as an educator is also to guide my learners in the journey of discovering, helping them to develop skills and knowledge to actually navigate the world by themselves, for them to become confident and passionate. So that is what motivates me almost every day, to wake up in the morning and say, I'm going to my learners and I will make sure that each and every day I deliver impactful lessons to develop them holistically for them to achieve greatness.
Wow. That was a mouthful. Listen, I am so glad that, those little smoothly poodly poos, those little grade R's, they fell on the right hands. And it might have not been one of your dreams, but look at you now. You surely are just oozing so much passion for the teaching profession. And, the kids are in safe hands. The kids are in good hands. Well done to you, Gugu. You spoke about your organization, Teacher to Teacher Empowerment. Could you just please tell us about the birth of Teacher to Teacher Empowerment? What propelled you to start this organization, and what is it all about? What sort of programs do you render?
The program, it is called Teacher to Teacher Empowerment. Right. I started the program in 2021. It was in a place called Vuleka Trust, where we hosted our first. And part of the reason why I started this program, it was because I saw a knowledge gap within educators, especially as you know that we are in the 4th industrial revolution. In fact, we are in the 5th, as we are now talking about AI and all. Yeah. So the gap that educators had was so much. There were so many things that educators did not understand that can actually assist them in their profession, in their teaching. So this program, it does not. It focuses on the digital transformation, but it also covers professional development. So by seeing the gap, then that's when I started the program. But it actually started as a program to assist educators to develop school libraries, because there was a gap of learners being not able to read, especially in 2021, understanding that we were coming from COVID and there was so much gap. Learners were at home and all that. So I wanted to have a group of educators where we actually share ideas on how to cover all this gap that we have. So the aim of this program was to support educators, for them to be expert and also be confident in their work. So also rejuvenate the love of teaching and the love of reading for learners. The program actually offers a variety of workshops. It has courses, webinars, and a wide range of topics, from effective teaching strategies for classrooms. It also has mentorship programs where experienced educators are paired with other newer educators for them to provide guidance and also support them. The program also encourages collaboration, because it is important that we have educators who share best practices, they share ideas, using different platforms, online platforms, community practices, and we also provide events which are in person for them to be able to share these ideas. And lastly, it also have leadership development. This program also provides opportunities for educators to develop their leadership skills through offering training programs, participating in decision making. So these programs always rejuvenate this love and passion for teaching, for educators to go back motivated and teach our learners.
Wow, amazing, man. It sounds like a really beautiful program. It's so rich, and you know what? The vision is so clear. It is so necessary, and of course, it came just right at the right time. You know, after the whole COVID lockdown scenario, it was really difficult for teachers to adapt, for learners to adapt. So, you know, I think it's a very beautiful program, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you more on the streets of education, that maybe even nationally it can be recognized as one of those programs which foster, you know, great initiatives for teachers and learners to, as you said, as you mentioned, to actually love being in the classroom again. So yeah, lovely. You know, you also mentioned that you're an author, and obviously this just fits you perfectly for a person who's so passionate about teaching. And your book, it's a children's book. Of course, you're a foundation-based teacher. You relate so much better with children. I remember myself as a primary school learner. I lived in the library, and if I had not spent time reading books, I don't think I would be the person that I am. My love for literacy, you know, it wouldn't have been ignited. So I really believe in teaching a child to read as early as possible. And I'm sure your book really motivates children to read. So could you just take us through your book and tell us what gap you were hoping to fill when you wrote this book?
Oh, yes. Of course, the book actually encourages learners to love reading. So as I've shared that the title is uZuzu uvakashela umtapo wolwazi esikoleni, which is Zuzu visits the school library. Basically, when I wrote this book, in my mind, one was actually reading the news, seeing the reports from PEARLS last year in May, where it's reported that reading learners in grade 4, 81% of learners in grade 4, they cannot read for understanding.
Right.
then it became a challenge, especially as a foundation phase educator. It means as a grade R educator, what can I do to assist? Because these are South African learners, and for me to assist is to do something. Then I thought maybe if I can write a book which would actually encourage learners to love reading, it can bring a change.
Right.
So then I wrote this book. The book actually encourages learners to love reading, to visit school libraries, and also it also enlightens that libraries can also be found in digital platforms. So as we are in this era, we know that we always have gadgets in our hands. So for me to make the awareness to the community, to parents, so I wrote this book for them to understand that they can even let their learners read using cell phones, because there are e-libraries, there are e-books with thousands of books. So this book actually shows even how powerful cell phone devices are, and how can their learners how can parents also encourage reading even at home, because children need to read at school and they also need to be supported at home to make sure that we have learners who read for understanding. And it is for that reason I also have an app that I created. So you read the book, my book, Uzuzu Visit the School Library. Then after reading the book, you download the app. The app have questions where learners answers, then it assists even the parents to see if the learner was able to understand what he or she was reading. So basically that's all about the book. And it was from the reports that was revealed in May 2000 last year, which said 81% of learners in grade 4, they cannot read for understanding. So I made it my responsibility to contribute by writing a book that is going to encourage learners as early as grade R to love reading.
Sure. Brilliant. And this is a very brilliant initiative. Well done, Bubu.
Thank you.
You certainly fill the gap there. I'm literally just excited about the fact that there's even an app. That's just another level. How can people get your book? Is it also available as hard copy, or is it only available as an ebook?
For now, my book is only available as a hard copy. It's only the app that is available on that can be downloaded. Yes.
Great. So you can just give us details about that at the end of the when we wrap up this interview. You can give us how people can actually get a hold of your app. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I'm feeling a bit sad that we are about to wrap up our interview, because this is so informative, and I of course I know your program offers such gatherings whereby other teachers can come and hear of such great things, and I hope that after people listen to this show, they can just be inspired to come and join in teacher to teacher empowerment, so that they can grasp more in a platform where there's now a variety of things to talk about and to tackle, resolutions to come about and stuff like that. So yeah, let's just wrap up and talk about as we've just opened schools, and there's so much anxiety for the teachers, for the learners. Beginning of the year, anxiety is upon almost everyone, every individual. So what would you say to teachers and to learners as well, to give them that motivation just so that they can know that they've got this. So they can start and finish strong. What works for you, so that you can give them, that those tips that work for you as well.
Um, what I can say, I can just say, let's rekindle our passion of teaching. Let's rekindle. Let learners rekindle the love of their books, the love of education, because at the end of the day, they will be results in grade 12 that are coming out. So we are looking forward at having a good result. So let's remember why we entered the field, revisit the joy of discovery and the thrill of seeing light bulb, and also the pride of witnessing the potential blossom. So, Nobelo, the new school year may hold challenges. We all know that. But it also holds immense potential. So we as educators, have the power to shape the potential, to light, and to ensure every learner, every colleague starts strong and also finishes even stronger. So what I can say, let's rise to the challenge together with passion, resilience, and a shared belief in the transformative power of learning.
Amazing. That's beautiful, Gugu. Thank you so much. I hope that all our educators and our learners will be really inspired after such a beautiful talk that you've given. And we're so grateful that you've shared your time with us here on the Empowerment Podcast. And we can only pray and hope that God may open bigger platforms for you, for your voice to be heard, for people to really find a place where they can draw inspiration, and where they can also grow in the teaching field, as well as the way that times are changing. We are evolving. So as you said, teachers do need a place where they can find themselves growing in the digitalization of things now. So well done on such a beautiful program. Could you just give us more details on how people can connect and interact with you? You can even give us details about your app, as well as any upcoming projects. I know you have something coming up in February. Give us all of those details just before we can wrap up.
Thank you. I'll start with the February program. We have a lunch, which is going to be a gala dinner on the 17th of February. It's in Royal Hotel Royal Ushaga Hotel. There we are going to have speakers, and our topic for the gala dinner it's cultivating leadership and also digital transformation. So if people are interested in coming, can I leave my number, which is 084 662 1122. They can WhatsApp me. By WhatsApping me, I'll be able to share the link for the app, and also the link for the forms to join Teacher to Teacher Empowerment and be a member. And also we do have a Facebook page, which is Teacher to Teacher Empowerment. You can get us there, and you can call. We do have WhatsApp there, even on our page. So yes, that's it. That is coming. And also we have a program in June, which is going to be in Zululand district. So for more information about that program, it's also going to be discussed in the February program.
Great. Thank you so much, Gugu, once again. All the best, and hopefully many people will join, and educators, of course, will join the program, because I just think it's a very beautiful program to be shared with those in the profession, and of course those who want to support the initiative. So we love you here on the Empowerment Podcast. We just want to see you growing and just rising higher and higher. You are our pioneer of greatness, and that is why we just had to have you here on the show, just to be dazzled by your awesomeness. So thank you so much again. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You are most welcome, Sissy. Thank you so much to our listeners, and we just hope that out of this episode, you will definitely grasp that you are a pioneer of greatness. Yes, it is in you. You are a great leader. You don't have to shy away. It's time for you to rise to the occasion and realize the mission that only you can pioneer. From myself, Nompilo Zoe, I love you, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.
Empowerment Podcast. Inspire, equip, and empower. Yeah.